Hey everybody, here is a quick little video for you for module number 2. Quickly reminding you that module 1 is due today, January 17th, by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you look through our information here on the side under active module, module 1 still remains because you have until 11:59 tonight to finish it up, but I did go ahead and move in module 2. I have several of you who've already finished up 1 and are getting ready for module number 2. So I'm going to click into it. First off, I want all of you to know this is the most labor intensive of all of the modules. Okay, there is a lot of information that you are required to do, and because of that, this module is not due until January 30th. So you do have a good amount of time to do it, but you have to give me that time that you're supposed to be providing for the week. You need to be giving me no less than a full 15 hours for this particular module, and I would recommend you break it up over the course of several days and several hours. Okay, it'll just make your life a lot easier. So if you go into this one, again, there's a brief introduction for you to read. We have our learning objectives for the course and our do this module. This is the tough stuff, okay? So we have the introduction for you to read, then in lesson number 1 about the writing process, there's a lot of information here. There is a video that I'm going to have you watch and then do an activity based on that lecture. Then checking out chapter number 2, which is all about thesis guides. And what I'm asking you to do with that is to answer a certain number of questions based on this particular reading guide. And this is the longest reading guide that you will have about thesis statements. It's mainly because I'm asking you to look at a whole bunch of thesis statements and be able to tell me what's wrong with it, so that in hopes for you to be able to write a better thesis statement. This next one, chapter number 3, is all about paragraphs and what is expected in a college level paragraph and how to structure one. And it has less questions than the first one does. And then there's a brief video about it that you can watch, and then also the blog. Now, students in the past have tried to skip doing the reading guide and go straight to the lectures. I'm telling you right now, the lectures do not show up until after you have completed the reading guide, so you can't skip out. But please know, when I'm grading the reading guides, I am grading them based on your effort, not necessarily right or wrong answers. If you completely blow something, it's really okay. I'm still going to give you credits for it as long as I can tell that you weren't just doing it really quickly without any effort whatsoever, okay? So don't get too wrapped up in it if it's not 100% right, okay? The interactive lecture that'll come on after that will hit and go over the main concepts. And then finally, the last one is some of the information from chapter number 5, and it's looking at specific writing tips for you within that. So that's lesson number 1, and honestly, with all of this blue stuff, it's going to take you some time to get through lesson 1. Lesson 2's a little bit different. We're going to start putting things together a little bit more. Again, here's your chapters. There'll be a direct link for you to connect to chapter 5, chapter 2, and chapter 3. There is another video for you. You're going to notice this one is in somebody else's voice, not mine. That's because another faculty member and I kind of worked together to put this course together for you. And sometimes she says some stuff, sometimes I say stuff, and it just makes it easier for students if they hear it coming from 2 different ways. That usually it helps it click for everybody 100%. So that's why we teamed up for that. There's also working on drafting your paper and then submitting your actual paper within MindTap, okay? So that will be done here in lesson 2. And then lesson number 3 is starting to focus in on some grammar exercises through MindTap. I've seen that a lot of you guys have already started doing that. And I can also see that some of you have started to work ahead in MindTap, and that's totally fine with me if you're wanting to get your grammar stuff done early and ahead of time. Some of you have very nice grades right now for the class because you've done so. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So here is an introduction to the whole particular module. After you get done looking at this and making your first writer's room comment, then you can get started into your individual lessons. Okay? That's pretty much it. Again, remember this one is going to require those full 15 hours. You have plenty of time to space that out over until January 30th. If you have any questions, go ahead, give me an email. I'm doing my best to try to respond to everybody within about 7 to 12 hours. Okay? I was even helping out a whole bunch of students over the weekend too. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much.